Hi, it's 2015, Thanksgiving Day, the day that we celebrate being grateful for all of the things that we have to be grateful in our lives. I just had a couple of pretty astounding things that happened recently that really show you why I believe in the coaching that I do so much. Now, these are my personal stories, but I was just working with a client that we had the same experience for her when she started getting sick, and there's an underlying reason for the stress in our life that both blocks success or causes the situations to happen as they do, and that it stresses out our body and causes sickness and disease. I have come to this point in my life where, because I understand this so well, and I've used these processes that I talk about in my coaching, I've used it for so long that it's just second nature for me. But I was going through a very stressful time recently because of Thanksgiving coming up, missing my mom, family situations going on. And so, of course, that's what happens when you have that stress. I started feeling sick, like I was getting the cold and the flu. But this is the difference. I believe so much in this process, and I've seen it work so many times that I never give it a thought and think, oh, I'm getting sick. My thought is immediately, what is the cause of this feeling that I'm experiencing? What is stressing out my body? I immediately start looking for the underlying cause. Sometimes it's not even so underlying. Sometimes it is actual things going on, a phone call from somebody, stress at work, where you know what it is. But even so, when there's things going on in the real physical sense, it is still activating things within you from the past. If you don't have any bad experiences, if you don't have perception that has been created because of your experiences, when something happens in the present, it's like water off a duck's back. But when it upsets you or makes you tired or makes you want to procrastinate with doing something, or just gives you any kind of an uncomfortable feeling, there is an underlying cause. And that is what you do when you feel yourself getting sick. That is what you can do, is stop and say, what is going on in my life? I'll tell you, it's 100% of the time right now, in the last probably 5 or 6 years, 100% of the time when I do this process, I do not get sick. There's been 2 times when I did not do the process because I was too busy and I was short on sleep. I'd been up all night, a couple of nights working on a project. So it's very obvious to me that if we can stop that stress immediately, or find out what's going on, it doesn't matter if it's a goal you're working on that you're not accomplishing, or if it is sickness, there is something going on with you. This is the process that I do with clients. You can learn to do this yourself. Now, I have years of doing this, working on this, and so it's very second nature for me. You just have to realize that anything worth having, you have to do some work. You have to master these techniques. The first thing is recognizing what's going on. What is that real feeling? Now, sometimes it's difficult to even figure out what that feeling is. So if I'm working with a client, I'm testing, doing different processes. I've developed a lot of intuitive abilities. Sometimes thoughts just pop in my head. I bring those up. The client can see if that makes sense. Sometimes the client thinks of something. We can test for that. But you narrow down what is going on, the underlying cause underneath it all, and then it's a matter of dissipating that. The other day, when I felt like I was getting sick, within the hour, I was well. It just completely went away. I use techniques like, for me, I'm at the point now where I don't have to do a lot of the energy work and the processes I had to do in the past to get to that place of coherence. But there's all kinds of tools and techniques. We figure out what you need that works best for you. The idea is recognizing what's really going on, dissipating it, and bringing in the new. What I call my triangle formula system, it's the process TFS. There's something going on with your thinking, your self-talk, those conversations you're having with yourself. There's something going on with what you see about the situation, and it causes a feeling. So it's TFS. Your thinking or your self-talk, even the conversations you have with other people, that's that left side of the brain, the right side, the visual side, what you're seeing about it. The F is the feeling about it, TFS. You form that perfect triangle by aligning those with the end result that you want. wellness. If you feel like you're getting sick, then you have to replace that with the vision of the health that you want. See yourself the way that you want to. Create self-talk that is supportive of that, and create a feeling in your heart that actually helps you resonate that message out into the universe, out into this field of energy that we live in, that we absolutely know now exists. And we know that your energy resonates out into this field. We know that people pick up this energy from you. It affects them. If you bring out the worst in somebody else, they're going to treat you in a way that's going to make you feel emotions that you don't want to be feeling, that aren't conducive to good health or to success in your life. So it's this merry-go-round that you get on until you stop it and change it. That is the coaching work that I do. If you can do that on your own, I give out as much information as I possibly can. You just have to get used to thinking this way and working with this formula, noticing what's going on and changing it, making a conscious, deliberate decision to change it. And then, just as someone said to me the other day, well, I'll try to do that. And I said, no, it has nothing to do with trying. You make a decision, then you choose another image to put in your mind. It's something that you physically do, or it's a process you do. I said, look at a glass of water sitting there and just decide that when you get this thought of sickness, or that you're not going to make it, or you don't have the money for something, you say, I'm going to pop this image in my mind in place. Here is a conversation I'm going to have with myself in place of the one that's telling me I'm getting sick, or that I don't have what it takes to succeed with this goal. And then you create a feeling. At first, you may have to create a false feeling. Of course, you're not feeling it, but you can do that. You can use your heart as the instrument that it is to release hormones into your system that allow you to feel a different feeling. Gratitude is the best thing in the world, and that's why I started making this video as just a video about gratitude and expressing my gratitude today. But because of some things that came up while I was making it, I ended up talking about these other things, and now decided, okay, I'll just make another video and reiterate those points, that you make a conscious decision to change your triangle for success, your triangle formula system. Triangle Formula for Success, TFS. I've called it different things, TFS system. When I'm referring to any of that, it is the Triangle Formula System, TFS. What you're talking about, thinking about, is the T in the left side. What you're seeing, the visual, is the right side of your brain is the visual, the left is the analytical thinking, and the F is the feeling part of the triangle. Those three things are what are involved with anything. When you're creating this energy, you're either creating the energy that's working against you, or you're creating energy that's working for you. So that is your decision to make, and that is what I'm grateful for today, especially that I have, because of my car wreck years ago, my near-death experience, I have pushed myself to figure out how to get control of my emotions and be able to create a different reality when there are things going on in my life that are not making me happy, that are not allowing me to feel love, peace, and joy. So that is what I teach my clients to do. That is what I talk about all the time. So I hope that you will either start incorporating these things yourself, or if you need some help finding those subconscious programs, those things that are pulling you back to the old way of being, contact me and let's see if the work that I do, if that would be beneficial for you. So on this Thanksgiving Day, I want to express my gratitude to you, for you, and that our paths have crossed. And if I can help you in any way, please let me know.